Stand with your feet together and arms at your side. Then jump to shift your feet out shoulder width apart while lifting your arms overhead. Jump again and return to the starting position, repeating for reps. Your calves, glutes, abs, shoulders, and upper back are all getting some love with this move. Stand nice and tall throughout the move. Keep your head up. Stay light on the balls of your feet to take any added pressure off of your knees. If you want to add some rhythm to your workout, clap your hands overhead. Suck in that stomach. You might think of this as an elementary exercise, but it's great for getting your whole body moving. Keep it up. We're going to keep you on your toes with pogo jumps. In a narrow stance with your weight on the balls of your feet, toes up, keep your legs straight and engage your calves to hop into the air. Land softly on the balls of your feet and hop again, keeping a good rhythm going for the duration of this exercise. Your stance should stay narrow like you're bouncing on a pogo stick. Hop as quickly as you can. A great conditioning move for runners because you're building strong foot flexion. Try to relax your hips and quads. This movement should come primarily from your lower leg. This is a great way to build calf strength and mobility in the ankle joints. Can you land in the same spot each time? Want more? Try to add speed and height to your jumps. We're helping you prevent shin splints with this one. This tough work is going to pay off. A core building classic, forearm plank. Start on your knees and forearms and then step your feet back as you tighten your glutes and abs, creating a straight line from your shoulders to your heels. Hold steady, keeping your hips from rising or falling. Fire up those heels, pushing them away from the body. Your head should stay in line with your back, so pick a spot a foot in front of you to keep your gaze. It will help you to neutralize your neck. Don't take the easy way out. Squeeze your abs as you contract your glutes. This is a classic isometric exercise. Your joints aren't moving, but you're building a solid core. Flex your abs as if someone was going to poke you in the stomach. Plant your elbows as if you're pushing the floor away. Stack your elbows under your shoulders with your forearms parallel. This isn't a resting pose. If you're not shaking a bit by the end, contract your abs with more force. Yes, nailed it. Moving fast with base pogo. In a shallow squat, set your feet hips distance apart, arms bent in front of you. Keep a quiet upper body and your shallow squat in place with your weight in the front of your feet. Quickly hop up and down as you pump your arms. Keep those hips loose and your knees soft. There's a little bit of coordination to this one, so try moving your feet and then pumping your arms to establish that rhythm. Keep your feet moving as fast as you can. You're giving your calves a little love with this dynamic move. Your shoulders should be square, your head up, and your back flat. You should feel this working in your hips, calves, and quads while challenging your cardiovascular ability. You slayed that move. Single leg standing calf raises, left. Straighten your leg and balance on one foot. Now shift your weight into the ball of your foot as you lift your heel as high off the ground as possible. Now pause at the top and then lower back down. And pause again and repeat for reps. Use your arms for balance, whether that's hands on your hips or out at your sides. If you can, increase your contraction time at the top with each rep. Squeeze at the top and pause at the bottom to take out all momentum. Fight to keep your balance. These little adjustments will help you to strengthen your calves. Lower your heel slowly and softly. All the way down and all the way up to get the very most out of this exercise. Try and keep a long spine throughout the exercise. You were awesome! Single leg standing calf raises, right. Squeeze at the top and pause at the bottom to take out all momentum. Try and keep a long spine throughout the exercise. All the way down and all the way up to get the very most out of this exercise. Lower your heel slowly and softly. Fight to keep your balance. These little adjustments will help you to strengthen your calves. If you can, increase your contraction time at the top with each rep. Use your arms for balance, whether that's hands on your hips or out at your sides. That was amazing. Let's move! Jumping jack crossovers. Standing tall, hop into the air and spread your arms and legs wide. Hop again, and as soon as you land, cross over your arms and legs in front of your body, alternating your limbs over and under with each rep. Keep your knees soft. I'm looking for straight legs, but don't lock them out. Crossovers are a great way to stimulate the left and right side of the brain to work together. You're getting your shoulders, chest, hips, and legs moving with this one simple exercise. Stay light on your feet here. Keep your weight forward in the foot. This is just like a traditional jumping jack, except the arms are extended out in front rather than overhead. Keep your chest up and your head lifted. You can start by just crossing your arms and then add the legs as you get comfortable. This tough work is going to pay off. It's time for some good old crunches. On your back with your knees bent and your hands behind your head, flex your abs to lift your chest straight up to the sky as you exhale. Pause at the top and then lower back down. Keep your chin up. It's tempting, but be sure to use your abs, not your arms, to make the lift. Lift your chest to the sky. Don't strain your neck. Use your back and your obliques. Take a big exhale as you squeeze your abs and lift your upper back off the floor. Relax your neck and your jaw. Keep your breath steady and deep. Keep your lower back on the floor. Think about lifting your shoulders instead of your elbows. Stay in control. You should be able to stop your motion at any point during the exercise. Well done. One-legged mountain climbers left. From a one-legged plank, keep your leg lifted high as you shift into a pike. Pause, and then lower back into that plank, keeping your foot held high. Don't lose your strong push-up position. Keep those arm joints stacked. Stay focused. It's easy to get sloppy here. Get the most out of this one by pausing in the pike and pausing in the plank. All of the motion happens through your hips. Breathe in on the way up and out on the way down. You pushed yourself there. Well done. One-legged mountain climbers right. From a one-legged plank, keep your leg lifted high as you shift into a pike. Pause, and then lower back into that plank, keeping your foot held high. Stay focused. It's easy to get sloppy here. All of the motion happens through your hips. Keep your abs in tight so your back stays straight. Get into a push-up position with core tight, feet hip-width apart, and hands under the shoulders. Keeping your back flat, drive your hips to the ceiling and extend one leg, making a straight line from your ankles to your shoulders. In one fluid movement, pull your knee towards your chest and then lower your hips back down to the plank position. Now pull your hips back up as you extend and lock out the leg. Well done! Drop squats. Standing tall with your feet together and arms at your side, quickly lift your feet off the ground and drop into a half squat, landing with those feet wider than shoulder width. Now pop back up, bringing your feet back together to the starting position. Stay light on your feet as you quickly shift from the standing position to the squat, but activate your glutes throughout. You're moving quickly, but don't forget your knee placement. Keep them behind your toes. Release those hips as you drop back to the squat. Let your arms help with your balance. Engage your abs. Think belly button to spine. Well done! Predator jacks. Stand with narrow feet and your palms together in front of your chest. Jump your feet out and drop into a wide squat as you extend your arms out wide. Jump your legs and arms back together and repeat to complete that set. Engage your glutes and quads as you jump back up to standing tall. You can work on shoulder mobility by opening your arms slightly further back each time. Try and match your breath to the movement. Can you drop a little bit lower with each squat? Squat into your heels, but jump through the balls of your feet. Keep your belly button held to the spine for more core control. As you squat, keep your weight in your heels and reach your hips back. Great job. Now catch your breath. Let's pedal our way to a strong core with bicycle kicks. Lie on your back, hands behind your head, knees bent with your feet in the air. Flex your abs to lift one knee and the opposite shoulder towards each other, pausing at the top before lowering back down and repeating on the other side. Your rib cage should be moving, not just your elbows, to get that full rotation. Exhale as you lift your shoulder towards your knee. Your chin and chest should point in the same direction. Resist the urge to round your back. You should be lifting your knee towards your shoulder as much as you're lifting your shoulder to that knee. Never pull yourself up with your arms. Keep your elbows out wide. Relax your neck. Right on. Right now, we're going to do sprint in place. Staying light on the balls of your feet, drive your knees as quickly as you can, keeping your arms swinging naturally as you bounce from one foot to the other. Your feet are pushing off the ground, not into the ground. Stay on the balls of your feet the whole time and make sure to keep those heels up. Keep your abs tight, but your arms and legs loose and quick. Keep your spine long and tall. Your knees are going to drive this motion. Your feet should hit the ground in the same spot every time. Well done! One leg floor bridges left. Lie on your back with your knees bent so that you can graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Straighten one leg and then press into the heel of the other, driving your hips skyward. Pause at the top and then lower back down. This one is all about glutes and balance. You can use your hands against the floor to give yourself a bit more stability. Try and keep your lifted leg straight, but be careful not to lock out the knee. Land softly, like a ninja. Press, lift, hold. Press, lift, hold. To make sure your weight stays in your heel, lift your toes off the ground. You can push your arms into the floor to get a better contraction in your glutes. You pushed it on that one. One leg floor bridges right. Lie on your back with your knees bent so that you can graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Straighten one leg and then press into the heel of the other, driving your hips skyward. Pause at the top and then lower back down. To make sure your weight stays in your heel, lift your toes off the ground. Land softly, like a ninja. You can push your arms into the floor to get a better contraction in your glutes. Press into your upper back and the backs of your shoulders, being careful not to put pressure on your neck. This one is all about glutes and balance. Try and keep your lifted leg straight, but be careful not to lock out the knee. Press, lift, hold. Press, lift, hold. You are awesome! All right now, side-lying leg lifts. Lie on your side with your hips, knees, and ankles stacked. Position your bottom arm to support your head, and keeping your legs together, engage your core to lift your legs off the ground slightly, creating a straight line from your head to your heels. Pause at the top and then lower back down. Keep your hips stacked and don't allow them to rotate. Feel free to play around with your arm position to get yourself the most support and stability. Get a good squeeze at the top, but don't bounce at the bottom. Keep your toes pulled up towards your shins. Get a big breath and then exhale as you lift your legs. You should feel this working your abs and your hips. Try and lift your legs to at least the same height each time. Great job. Now catch your breath. Side-lying leg lifts right. Get a good squeeze at the top, but don't bounce at the bottom. Try and lift your legs to at least the same height each time. Keep your hips stacked and don't allow them to rotate. Keep your toes pulled up towards your shins. You should feel this working your abs and your hips. Get a big breath and then exhale as you lift your legs. Feel free to play around with your arm position to get yourself the most support and stability. Looking strong. Star skaters. From standing, jump to one side and land in a lunge so that your outside knee is bent at 90 degrees. Drive through that foot to hop up and land on the other side, repeating for reps. Make sure your knees don't go in front of your toes as you squat down. Your arms will naturally go where they need to, so don't hold them back. This movement should feel fluid. Find your pace and don't rush this motion. Keep the pressure on the inside half of your front foot so that you can drive to the other side. Keep your abs tight so your body stays facing forward. Bravo! We've got pulse jump lunges. In a split stance with your knees bent, lower down so that your back knee is just off the ground and then bounce back up. Pulse again, but this time drive through your feet and jump into the air and swap leg positions. Repeat that sequence for reps. Make sure you're landing in a wide enough lunge that your knees don't fall past your toes. There is an obvious rhythm to this exercise. Let it move you through each rep. Catch your breath. Let's get that body moving. Butt kicks. With your weight in the balls of your feet, bounce from one leg to the other, kicking your foot back to tap your butt with your heel. Stay upright and tall. Relax your shoulders, drop them away from your ears. Keep those arms moving fast. You'll feel a stretch in your quads as you activate your hamstrings. Once you get the form down, feel free to up the pace. As you shift from foot to foot, try to keep your core activated. Think about wiping your feet off the floor. Really lead with your heels. I want you to shake out those muscles. A foundational isometric move, the forearm side plank. Lie on your side with your elbow under your shoulder and your feet stacked. Now press into your forearm and the outside edge of your bottom foot to lift those hips, creating a straight line from the top of the head to the toes. You don't want to drop your hips here, but you don't want them high in the air either. Keep your hips stacked so they are perpendicular to the ground. Spread your fingers and palm of your planted hand wide. Reach that top arm towards the sky to help with your lift and balance. Imagine you're creating a straight line from your planted arm straight through your chest and up to the skyward hand. Stacking your feet makes this move more challenging. Drop your top foot to the ground if you need to down level. You are awesome! Forearm side plank right. Lie on your side with your elbow under your shoulder and your feet stacked. Now press into your forearm and the outside edge of your bottom foot to lift those hips, creating a straight line from the top of the head to the toes. You don't want to drop your hips here, but you don't want them high in the air either. Reach that top arm towards the sky to help with your lift and balance. Spread your fingers and palm of your planted hand wide. Try to push your inner thighs to the sky to strengthen the legs. Keep your hips stacked so they are perpendicular to the ground. Imagine you're creating a straight line from your planted arm straight through your chest and up to the skyward hand. All right, bringing your heart rate back down. You're going to love this one. Once you're done, burpee jump tucks. Stand tall and then set your hands and kick your feet back to drop into a push-up. As you push yourself back up, hop your feet forward so that you're crouched, and then jump up into the air, lifting your knees as high as you can. Stay on the balls of your feet. Lots of work with this exercise, but big rewards. Keep the motion fluid. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Can you get your thighs parallel to the floor? The last rep should look as good as the first. This one is tough, even for your trainer. Don't forget to use your abs. Hey, you kicked butt on that move. Get down low. It's time for squat walks. Drop into a hip-width half squat with a flat back. Now stay in this body position and walk forward, keeping your hips low. After an even number of steps forward, stay low and take the same number of steps backwards. Step with purpose, 1 foot at a time. Use those arms to help drive you forward. Stay low to get the most out of this move. Your torso should stay locked in place as your arms and legs move around the body. There's a slight lean involved, but keep your chest up as best you can. If you find your body shifting from side to side, narrow your stance. You really pushed yourself to the max on that one. Tuck jumps. Standing tall with your feet hip width, drop into a semi-squat to create some momentum as you jump off the ground and you tuck your knees to your chest. Land softly and repeat. Power through each jump and try to get a little bit higher with each one. Try to go straight up with your jump so that your feet land in the same spot each time. A good landing sets you up for the next jump. Land on the balls of your feet to keep the landing soft. Bring the heart rate down and walk it off.